So it's important to realize that zeal and ignorance will bring death. So know the word. You know, one of the things that we find is ministering to people who are unsaved or people who are in a cult. Who's hard to reach? People in a cult or people unsaved? People in a cult are hard to reach. Because they've been taught the wrong things, and I'm sorry to say, they're in ignorance. And zeal and ignorance will lead to death. Those are the people, boy, we really need to be reaching. That's why I say when you get somebody coming around the door knocking, we got people coming around the door knocking. And I won't say who they're with, but I'll say they have the watchtower. And a lot of people hide from them. And, you know, pull the curtains. Oh, I didn't come, you know. Not me, man. I bug Marina. I'm right out there like a dirty shirt. I want to talk to them, man. I want to get them saved. They need Jesus.
No.
What's that?
Frostbite, no.
Frostbite, no. The only thing we find is that once you start doing that, you got an X on your property. They won't come near you. So make it good while you have them there. Here's number 3. Zeal and knowledge equal joy. Zeal and knowledge equal joy. Go over just a page to 1 Chronicles chapter 15. Now this time, David goes back to the drawing board and he says, okay, we've done something wrong here. I got to check why Uzzah was killed, why he died just as soon as he touched it. We must have done something wrong. So this time David goes back and he does his homework. And he realizes what he did wrong. 1 Chronicles chapter 15, start at verse 25. So David and the elders of Israel and the commanders of units of 1,000 went to bring up the ark of the covenant of the Lord from the house of Obed-Edom with rejoicing, because God had helped the Levites who were carrying the ark of the covenant of the Lord, 7 bulls and 7 rams for sacrifice. Now David was clothed in a robe of fine linen, as well as all the Levites who were carrying the ark, and as were the singers, the Kenaniah who was in charge of the singing of the choirs. David also wore a linen ephod. So all Israel brought up the ark of the covenant of the Lord with shouts and with the sounding of ram's horns and trumpets and the cymbals and the playing of lyres and harps. David realized, and here's a beautiful scene of them celebrating, and it paints David and the Israelites dancing before the ark of the covenant and successfully carrying it. This time he'd done his homework. He realized what he'd done wrong. Don't lose your spot there, but go now to Numbers chapter 4. And let's see what was one of the things that they had done wrong. Verse 14. Numbers chapter 4, verse 14. When you're there, say, praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord.
Then they are to place on it all the utensils used for ministering at the altar, including the fire pans, the meat forks, the shovels, the sprinkling bowls. Over it, they are to spread a covering of hides of sea cows and put its poles in place. It doesn't say anything about putting it on a cart. So, this time they got it right. They carried it by the poles. And if any of you have ever seen pictures of it, you know that it had these long poles, and they would pick it up on the 4 corners and carry it with these poles. So this time David gets it right. And the other thing, of course, that he did, he's made sure that it was all Levites who carried it back to Jerusalem. God has revealed His will to each one of us through His Word. And He's given us instruction. And here's the really neat thing about the Word of God. He gives us instruction for our home lives. He gives us instruction for our sexual relationships, for church organization, for salvation. You name it. This is the best instruction book you can buy. This is it. You don't need any how-to. I love these how-to books. The only ones that really are any good to me, other than the Bible, is, the books for dummies. I like those because, we even have, Marini even picked me up a copy of the Bible. It's called Bible for Dummies. I use it all the time. No, I'm just kidding. I don't use it, but we do have. But I'm saying that this is all we need. This is what we live by. I've said it. I'm going to say it again because you have to understand. You want to reach the plateau that Smith Wigglesworth was at, somebody along that line.
Amen.
The only thing he read was the Word of God.
That's right.
Nothing else. Nothing. Oh, the odd magazine. No. No newspapers. He wouldn't even let, when the reporter came and wanted to interview, he wouldn't let the newspaper reporter bring a newspaper in with him. Don't bring that in my house. Leave it out on the porch. Nothing comes into my house but the Word of God. Wow. And we said, oh, I want to be just like Smith Wigglesworth. Well, then you know what? You have to mimic what Smith Wigglesworth did. And he did some pretty bizarre things. And saw some pretty incredible situations take place. I mean, wow. Wow. See, to the degree that we zealously follow His Word in all the different areas that we go through, we will experience fulfillment of purpose, of life, of joy, all things. But it only comes when we have a zealousness for His Word. So zeal and knowledge equal joy. Here's the last one, number 4. Zeal and jealousy equal division. Go with me to 2 Samuel.